Oh my God.
He beat me by 22 shots.
He beat me by 15. That's embarrassing.
When you're that far behind, that can be pretty brutal on the psyche.
He wins the US Open by 15 shots. He was on his way to being the greatest player the world had ever seen.
Tiger Woods holds just about every record worth holding. He played in more major championship rounds than anyone in the modern era and won 15 of them. He became the youngest player ever to reach world number 1 at just 21 years old and held that position for 683 weeks, more than double the next closest player in history. Tiger changed what winning looked like. Even at 43, recovering from his 5th back surgery, he silenced every doubter who said he was finished when he put on the green jacket one final time. When the pressure was highest, Tiger always delivered. But he was the most hated player at times. And then came the scandals, the car crash, the tabloids, the collapse of everything he had built off the course. So how good was Tiger Woods really? And is he the greatest of all time? Let's find out. Well, to find out, we go back to Cypress, California in the late 1970s, where a boy named Eldrick, nicknamed Tiger after a South Vietnamese soldier his father Earl had befriended in the war, was already gripping a golf club before he could read. Earl Woods was a former Green Beret, a man who had survived combat and believed, deeply and completely, that his son was destined for something no one had ever done before. I knew when Tiger was born that he would be the most important human being in the history of golf, maybe in the history of sport. I don't say that lightly. And from the very beginning, Tiger seemed to agree. He appeared on the Mike Douglas show at age 2, putting against Bob Hope. He shot a 48 for 9 holes at age 3. He had broken 80 by the time he was 8 years old. But what separated Tiger wasn't just the talent. Earl didn't just teach his son to swing a club, he trained his mind. During Tiger's backswing, Earl would jingle coins, drop bags, cough, clear his throat, anything to break his son's concentration. The point was simple. The outside world should never be louder than your own focus.
You know, I think about my dad every day. Ever since the day he passed, I have yet to go a day without thinking about my dad.
By the time Tiger was a teenager, he wasn't just good, he was a phenomenon. He became the youngest U.S. junior amateur champion in history at 15. Then he defended the title. Then he won it a 3rd time, something nobody had ever done. And then he won the U.S. amateur, then again, then a 3rd time. College recruiters everywhere wanted him. Stanford offered him a full scholarship, and he took it because Tiger Woods, despite everything pointing toward turning pro immediately, wanted the experience. He enrolled at Stanford in 1994. And even there, he was in a different universe from his competition. But by the spring of 1996, it was over. There was nothing left to prove in the amateur world, and everyone knew it. At age 20, Tiger Woods turned professional. His first Nike commercial said it all.
I'm Tiger Woods. I'm Tiger Woods.
I'm Tiger Woods.
I am Tiger Woods.
I guess, hello world, huh?
Tiger wasn't just entering golf, he was disrupting it, and he backed it up immediately. In only his 5th professional start, he won the Las Vegas Invitational. Then he won again the following week. He was named PGA Tour Rookie of the Year, and the golf world held its breath because everyone could see what was coming. Then April 1997 arrived. Augusta National, the Masters. Tiger entered the tournament as a 20-year-old kid with 7 months of professional golf under his belt, and he didn't just win. He obliterated the field, winning by 12 strokes, the largest margin of victory in Masters history at the time. His score of 18 under par shattered the tournament record. At 21 years old, he became the youngest Masters champion ever and the first person of Black or Asian heritage to win the title. Augusta had never seen anything like it. The world hadn't either.
Winning a major early, I always had envisioned it, so it's really not that big a surprise.
But the sports world had seen dominant rookies before. The question was whether Tiger could sustain it. And for a couple of years, the answer was mostly. He was elite, world number 1, multiple wins every season, but a second major wasn't coming. Critics sharpened their pencils. The 1997 Masters was a fluke, some said. He's good, but he isn't rewriting history. So Tiger did something almost nobody expected. He stopped and rebuilt his swing from scratch. Working with instructor Butch Harmon, he dismantled everything. The mechanics, the timing, the fundamentals he had relied on since childhood. It meant 2 years of looking ordinary, 2 years of grinding, 2 years of watching the media wonder if the Tiger Woods experiment was already over. But when he came out the other side, nobody in history had ever swung a golf club like that. The year 2000 is the answer to every question about whether Tiger Woods was the greatest golfer of all time. In a single season, he won the US Open at Pebble Beach by 15 strokes. 15, the largest margin of victory in major history. He then won the Open Championship at St. Andrews, the home of golf, by 8 strokes. He won the PGA Championship in a playoff, 3 of golf's 4 majors in a single calendar year. And then he carried it into 2001, winning the Masters to hold all 4 major titles simultaneously. What the world would forever call the Tiger Slam. It had never been done. It has never been done since. To win 4 consecutive majors is probably the hardest thing to do in golf. He wasn't playing golf anymore. He was playing a different sport than everyone else on the planet. In the years that followed, Tiger was a machine. He won the 2002 Masters, the 2002 US Open, the 2005 Masters, the 2005 Open Championship, the 2006 Open Championship, the 2006 PGA Championship, the 2007 PGA Championship. He had back-to-back seasons, 2006 and 2007, where he won more than half the PGA Tour events he entered. In 2007, he won 7 times and finished in the top 10 in all but one of his starts. And nobody could do anything about it. Competitors admitted they would check the leaderboard, see Tiger's name at the top, and feel their games fall apart in real time. It became known as the Tiger Effect, a documented, measurable psychological edge he held over every man he teed it up against.
The expectations were high, he met them, or exceeded them. He just never missed the shot that mattered.
Then 2008 arrived, the US Open at Torrey Pines. Tiger was playing on a leg most athletes wouldn't have even attempted to walk on. A torn ACL and a double stress fracture in his tibia, injuries that would have ended most careers. He had surgery scheduled for immediately after the tournament. Every step on that course was agony. He played anyway. After 72 holes, he was tied with Rocco Mediate. They went to an 18-hole playoff, still tied. Then sudden death. On the first hole of sudden death, Tiger drained the winning putt, limped to the green, and collapsed into his caddy Steve Williams's arms. It was one of the most remarkable athletic performances in sports history. An injured athlete, in pain on every swing, grinding out an entire extra day of golf against a tenacious opponent and winning on pure will. Then he went in for surgery and missed the rest of the season. The golf world exhaled. Maybe now someone else could breathe, but the golf world had bigger problems with Tiger Woods coming. Because in the early morning hours of November 27, 2009, a different kind of story broke. If you have enjoyed this video, stick with me, subscribe, and check out some of my other content as well. Tiger's SUV crashed into a fire hydrant outside his Florida home at 2:30 a.m. It was minor, but the story behind it wasn't. In the days that followed, a cascade of revelations shattered the carefully constructed image of Tiger Woods. A wife, children, and a parade of affairs that had been hidden from the public for years. One woman, then another, then another. The tabloids ran every day. Every late-night show had a punchline. Tiger issued a public statement, then disappeared entirely from golf for months. His marriage ended. His primary sponsors, some of the biggest corporate relationships in sports history, began distancing themselves. The man who had been the most marketable athlete on the planet had become the most talked-about scandal in sports.
I thought I could get away with whatever I wanted to. I felt that I had worked hard my entire life and deserved to enjoy all the temptations around me. I felt I was entitled. Thanks to money and fame, I didn't have to go far to find them. I was wrong. I was foolish. What I did is not acceptable, and I am the only person to blame.
When he came back to golf in April 2010 at the Masters, the scrutiny was unlike anything any golfer had ever faced. He finished 4th. The golf was still there, but something else had cracked, and it would take years and extraordinary suffering before anyone understood how deep those cracks went. The back problems started quietly. A tweak here, a withdrawal there. But between 2014 and 2017, Tiger Woods barely existed in professional golf. Surgeries, 4 of them on his back, rendered him a ghost. There were stretches where he couldn't sit, couldn't sleep, could barely walk. A man who had once moved across a golf course like a force of nature was in genuine physical ruin. The rounds he did play were painful to watch. His scores ballooned into the 70s and 80s. His swing, once the most feared in history, looked broken. Commentators spoke about him in past tense. Analysts wrote retrospectives. The conversation had officially shifted from "how many majors will Tiger win?" to whether he would ever compete again. In May 2017, he was found asleep at the wheel of his car on the side of a Florida highway. He was arrested on a DUI charge, though later revealed it was a reaction to prescription medication for his back pain and not alcohol. It was the low point of a very long fall. The golf world didn't know what to think. Some had sympathy, some had exhaustion. Most had simply accepted that Tiger Woods, the greatest golfer in the history of the sport, was finished. They had made that mistake before. In April 2019, Augusta National, the Masters, Tiger had undergone a 5th back surgery, a spinal fusion, and had spent months relearning how to walk. Nobody outside his inner circle knew what his body could actually do anymore. And for 3 days, the golf world watched with growing, disbelieving hope. Tiger was in contention. He was calm. He was striking the ball with authority. He wasn't the 2000 version of himself, but he was something. And on the back nine on Sunday, that something turned into something no one alive had ever expected to see again. He made his move. The crowd erupted at every hole. When he walked up the 18th fairway to the loudest roar Augusta had ever produced, he was already a champion. He tapped in his final putt, and 15 years after his last major, Tiger Woods had won the Masters. He walked off the green and embraced his son Charlie and his daughter Sam, children who had never seen their father win a major, children who now had, and Tiger Woods wept.
And then now to have them see their pops win, just like my pops saw me win here, it was pretty special.
It was the greatest comeback in the history of professional sports. Then, in February 2021, came the car accident. Tiger's SUV crossed a median, rolled multiple times down an embankment in Los Angeles. He was extracted by first responders using the jaws of life. His right leg was shattered. Multiple open fractures, shattered bones, torn muscles. Doctors told him amputation had been on the table. He survived, barely. And yet, 14 months later, Tiger Woods walked onto the first tee at Augusta National for the 2022 Masters. Just walked onto it. Most people in that situation would never walk a grocery store aisle without a cane again. Tiger played 4 rounds. There is no rational explanation for it. There is only Tiger Woods. So how good was Tiger Woods actually? The records answer part of it. 82 PGA Tour wins, tied for the all-time record. 15 major championships, 683 weeks at world number 1, more than any player in history, nearly double the second most. 24 consecutive major championships where he finished in the top 5, an average winning margin in majors of 3.4 strokes, in a sport where the average margin is fractions of a shot. But the records only tell you what happened. They don't tell you how. Tiger didn't win because he had the prettiest swing or the longest drives. He won because he possessed a combination the game had never seen, the most powerful mental architecture in the history of competition, relentless physical preparation, a short game so refined it bordered on unfair, and a closing gear under pressure that simply did not exist in any other human being. He competed through injuries that would end careers. He came back from personal destruction to win a major. He came back from physical near death to walk Augusta. He changed who plays golf and who watches it. He changed what golfers look like, how they train, what they're paid. The entire prize structure of professional golf was rebuilt around the era of Tiger Woods. Every young golfer alive today grew up wanting to be him. He gave us the Tiger Slam, Torrey Pines on one leg, the chip shot at the 2005 Masters. The ball hanging on the lip for one impossible second, the Nike logo showing, then falling in. The fist pumps, the red shirt on Sundays. Augusta, 2019.